My full name is Saman Razmi, and I am the National Military Veterans Liaison. There's always that portion of the military that's called, the quote unquote, the suck. But I think that's what bonded the camaraderie between active duty members so well. I actually thrived really well in the scheduled routine and, kind of being told when to do things, how to do things. And as my time in the military progressed, I found that my leadership skills really improved along with that as well. I believe my military experience did play a significant role in my mental health. Being put in those environments under certain situations and circumstances, and adding on top of it my prior history with substance abuse and my own mental health issues really kind of ramped it up. Not to mention the fact of, just having a kid and being married and coming with all the life on life's terms that I had to deal with. The first time I ended up touching a drug, I was about 12 years old. And when it really started ramping up when I was about 15, 16, 17 years old. I first got introduced to pills, whether it was benzos or opiate pills or, things of that nature. And as I started getting older and seeing the responsibilities that came with life, I found more solace in that solution. So when I was suicidal, this was after the military. Had heard from multiple people, multiple times, like, you should just kill yourself. So we all know where you are and we can move on. You hear that for such a long time, you start to believe it. I figured, okay, like, if I can't live the way I want to live, at least let me die the way I choose to die. It's the only thing I have control over left. By this time I was doing fentanyl, and I was like, I want to overdose off fentanyl. I just want to pass out and be done. And as I fall asleep, so every night I did this, I would play stand-up comedy, and I just wanted to hear people laugh. Like, I just wanted to hear people being happy as I slowly drift off into nothingness and just be done. After one of these common nights of wanting to kill myself, the next day I woke up and I just had this profound urge to live. And there was not one specific thing that I could pinpoint it on, like I want to live for this, like I want to live for my son, I want to live for my family. It was just a culmination of everything. Like I had this moment of clarity to where I thought, like, if you're dead, that's it, done. You don't get to retry this thing over again. What is my son gonna tell his friends as he grows up? What is he gonna think of me? Like, what is my family, what are they gonna do? And more importantly, like, I won't get to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. I figured, to hell with this. Like that within itself is worth fighting for.
Mr. Johnson, how are you? Yeah, so exactly what we talked about with the...
I didn't start working in treatment until after I hit a year clean. I had been to a few different rehabs beforehand, and then the last one I went to did it for me. I had exhausted all resources between my mother, my father, my sister, so when I was living with my sister, they kept their distance from me in order as a means for them to, not get hurt. Obviously it was tough love. There was very much tough love, but I needed it. I ended up going to the VA to get help, and I told them, hey, this is what's going on. Like, I'm struggling with drugs. I'm withdrawing off of them. I need treatment. Not to mention I'm feeling suicidal. I've been actively trying to kill myself for the past month and a half. I had a long talk with myself in the mirror while I was over there, and basically just told myself, like, you're going to do whatever it takes, whatever they ask you, you're going to do it. So I did that, and here I am 5 years later.
So today we're over here at Pasco County Stand Down event. It's going on today and tomorrow. It's just a big organization where all different resources from within the community come together as one. We help out all the veterans within our community.
Being in recovery down in South Florida, you obviously hear Banyan. Banyan is a huge staple of the community. With Banyan, I believe that they kind of heard of what I was doing within the community out here in Tampa. So I started out as a tech. I never thought I would work in treatment and do this. This is so far out of my realm of things that I know. But while I was in treatment and being a tech, I got this huge passion to help people, and seeing them come in one way, leave another way, and being able to empathize with them and relate stories, and really just kind of made me gravitate towards it. And I soon came to realize that, okay, like, this is probably what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I went through all these trials and tribulations and put my family through mountains of hell, only to come out on the other side and possibly save somebody's life, be a light to them. The one thing I would tell veterans that are in that state of mind, that are struggling, feeling like there's no hope out there, is that you're not alone in this. There's always another veteran like myself who's been there, struggled with it, has gotten out on the other side. This is what I was here to do, is to help others that struggled with what I did and help them come out through the other side. If you or a loved one are struggling, please call Banyan.